My name is Sarah Sweeney, and I'm the Director of Marketing Automation here at IMG. Today I want to show you how to create custom report types and custom reports that you can use in your Salesforce org that report on Pardot or account engagement, as is now called, based emails. In order to do this, you do have to be a Salesforce admin to at least create the report type, but I'll show you how to do it nonetheless. All right, so the first thing you'll do is you'll come to the gear at the top right and click Setup. Once you do that, it will open up this tab right here. Our next step is going to type in report type and click on it. It's going to ask me, do you know what a custom report type is? I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. From there, I want to choose new custom report type. Now, you'll have a few options here, and the first object that you want to select is campaigns. It's the primary object. As a reminder, account engagement and Salesforce talk to each other with the campaigns. It's kind of that shuttle between the two platforms. So I always use my primary object as campaigns. The next step is you're going to create a report type label. I always like to call it something that is pretty explanatory, self-explanatory, but you can see that I've done this before. So I usually say engagement metrics on list emails. Once again, because I've done this before and I want it to be unique for this video, I'm going to add a 1, 2, 3 at the end, but you do not have to do that. Once you click out of that first report type label, the API name will be automatically filled in on the Salesforce side. From there, I always like to put in some sort of description that lets people know what it is. So I always type in something like account engagement, and then I always add formerly called Pardot, because people sometimes still call it Pardot or account engagement. The two terms are interchangeable. And I just kind of give it a quick description of what the report type is. Once again, where am I storing this? I'm going to throw it in the campaigns category just so it's in the same place as my primary object. You hit deploy and then you hit next. From there, you'll have a primary object and then a related object that you need to. So I've got my primary object as being a campaign, and from here I'll click to relate another object. You'll see I have a couple of different options here. I've got list emails, I've got marketing forms, and marketing links. Those are the 3 different report types you can build. I'm just showing you the list emails report type right now, but if you were to change it and call it engagement metrics on marketing forms or engagement metrics on marketing links, those are the 3 kind of Pardot or account engagement based report types. List emails is what we're working with today, but marketing forms is of course going to be a form or a form handler, and a marketing link is going to be a link that is clickable in an email. The other option, I'm sorry, there's one more option, and that is the landing page option. Because as a reminder, if you've got a landing page and that has a form on it, that is actually considered a landing page submission and not a form submission. So you have 4 report types you can build: list emails, marketing forms, marketing links, and landing pages. For the purposes of this video, I'll show you list emails. So I click on list email, and then I leave everything else the way it is, and I hit save. So now I've actually got the report type built. So it's tied to the that primary object, and now let's go ahead and actually build a report with it. So the next thing I'll do is I'll go to my reports tab. You can do that by clicking on the app launcher, or you can just, I have another tab open for reports. So I'm going to go and hit new report. And then the next thing I'll do is scroll down to either all or campaigns. So this is where that category that I mentioned earlier. So I think I called it engagement metrics. There it is on list emails 1, 2, 3. So click on that and you hit start report. From there, the first thing I always do is I will go and change it from my active campaigns to all campaigns and change current fiscal quarter to all time. Just a default that Salesforce throws in there. The next option you have, I'm going to actually move my picture out of the way for you. So the next option you have is to group your rows. So maybe you want to see it by the campaign name. You want to group everything by a certain campaign name. It's going to add that grouping. The next thing you can do is if you can add anything that you see in this list to this report. Now if you scroll all the way down, you'll see right here it says list, not all the way down, about halfway down, you'll see it says list emails. So now this is that report type that we've created. So maybe I want to see subject line. That's one of the things I always like to kind of throw in a report. So I want to see the name of the email, but then also the subject line. And then if I keep scrolling down, I want to see maybe total opens and total clicks. So you can do total open, total click. You can look at unique opens and clicks as well. And as a reminder, a unique open is going to be John Doe opened the email. A total open is John Doe opened the email 6 times. You can even look at bounce rates. You can look at click to open ratio, opt-out rate. You can kind of look at anything and everything that you see in this list. You can throw it all in here, but I'll just leave it as it is now. And then you can hit save and run, or you can just run it. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to save and run it. So I want to call it my engagement metrics, list emails, Pardot, or account engagement, depending on what your organization still calls it. The report name is unique, and this is the API name, and it's already in here, but you can change it if you want to. Just a reminder though, if you change it, you just need to have an underscore between each word instead of a space. Once again, if you wanted to put the description in here, you can. It's up to you. And then the folder is important. That's the next step. Where is this going to live? If it lives in private reports, it'll only be seen by you and your user. But if you select any other report, maybe public reports, everyone in the organization will be able to see this. Reports can live in certain folders, and certain folders can have permissions based on the user. So you hit save, and what it's going to do for me is going to create a CSV looking report. So I'll have, now that I know my subject line is, I can see kind of what my reports are. Opens and clicks based on the report that I built. I hope this is helpful. IMG is always here for your needs, and I hope that you have a great day.